Okay, so today we are going to talk about histograms. Okay, remember you can pause this video if I move too quickly. You can rewind if you miss something, anything like that. So you've already learned about these in your web quest, but a histogram, in case you don't remember, is a special type of bar graph used to show the frequency of data. Frequency means like how much of something or how often something happens, using equal intervals, which we will talk more about in a second, okay? In a histogram, there are no spaces between the bars, so that's how it's different from a bar graph. A bar graph has spaces between the bars, but in a histogram, they're all touching to show that the data is continuous. When making a histogram, data should be divided into intervals, which are like groups. And each interval should have the same number of values in it. Okay, so like down here at the bottom, here they give us intervals. I have 0 through 4. So it'd be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has 5 values in it. Then in the next one, it would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 5 values in it again. Each bar in a histogram shows the frequency. So how many things are in that group is what that means. In a histogram, the bars must be the same width. So they have to be equal size. So in order to create a histogram, step 1, you need to create intervals. Now, most of the time, these are going to be given to you, so you don't have to worry about that, okay? So like down here, the intervals are already given to us. Step 2, sort the data into each interval. So let's look at the example down there. Remember, if I'm going too fast, you can pause, okay? So I have to count, that's what the frequency is, how many numbers from up here are 0 through 4, okay? So I have 1, 2, 3, and just 3, okay? So my frequency is 3. Next, 5 through 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's all I have there. 10 through 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 15 through 19, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left over that fit into that group. Okay, so there I sorted the data into each interval. Step 3 would be to mark the, axes. AXES is plural for axis. So we're talking about the X and the Y axis. So down here, I'm going to split this into 4 intervals, okay? Because I have 4 groups. So since they all need to be the same size, I'm going to cut it in half and cut it in half again. So my first group is going to be 0 through 4. My second group is going to be 5 through 9. My third group is going to be 10 through 14. And my last group is 15 through 19. And I have to specify what these are. And it tells me right here, this is number of minutes. Okay. Now on the y-axis, y in a histogram is always going to be frequency. So I'm turning my paper so I can write frequency. So how many? And then I put my title at the top, which is my title right here. Number of minutes to get to school. Okay, so there, it's all marked up. So step 4 would be to draw the bars to represent the frequency. And as a reminder, the bars must touch, so they can't have any spaces between them, and they have to be the same width. So the same width. So we split it up evenly down here so that they would touch and be just as wide as the other ones. So now let's draw the bars. So in my first group, 0 through 4, okay, I have 3. Now my biggest number here is 7, so I can look at this axis and see, can I count by ones? Well, remember this bottom is always 0, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, so I can count by ones. If I couldn't, then I could count by 2s, 3s, whatever would work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, and now I can draw the bars. So 0 through 4 goes up to 3. There's 3 in that group. So I draw my bar line up to 3. And if you want to shade it in, you can, to show that there's 3 numbers that are 0 through 4. My next one, 5 through 9, I have 4 numbers in there. So I go off to make sure that they touch. I just go off of the last bar that I drew, and I draw up from there to make sure that they touch. And then you can fill that one in. Okay. 10 through 14, there's 6. So I go up 6. I can fill that in. And my last group, 15 through 19, 7. So I just have to go up 1 from there. Let's think about the shape of this graph. This graph has a tail going to the left, so it is skewed left. And then the last part, step 5, label all parts of the histogram. So we labeled that. If you want to label even further, you could above it write, oh, there's 3 here, there's 4 there, 6, 7, so that it's all labeled with how many are in each group. You can do that too. Okay, so what you're going to do now for the rest of the time, if you need to rewatch this video because I went too fast, sorry, I have to finish it within 10 minutes. Rewatch the video, fill out the notes again, and then on the back, okay, you're going to work on this practice. Now, for the back, I want you to use the intervals 0 through 9 as the first interval, then 10 through 19 as the second, 20 through 29, and then the last interval as 30 through 39. Woo, whoa, didn't mean to do that, but okay. Okay. So those are the intervals, and then here you can put the frequency. So you're going to create your graph here. Then you're going to answer the questions down here and check with the sub to make sure that you get everything correct. Then you can start the homework, and if you finish the homework, then you can study on Khan Academy for your quiz, your big quiz that's happening this Friday. Okay? All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.